What up, Sports Light? What up, Sports Light? This is Magic. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I'm gonna be a little less awkward in this video for that dude that said I was awkward last time. Anyway, yo, this is gonna be the weekend in review, as in weekend meaning Sunday in review, meaning the conference championships in review. I'll first go ahead and start off with the NFC side of things, where the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons faced off in the Georgia Dome, in Atlanta, Georgia, of course. And I think it's safe to say that the Atlanta Falcons cannot at all ever hold a lead. Blew a 20-point lead against Seattle last week, almost losing that game. If it was the game-winning field goal by Matt Bryant that was able to keep him alive for the conference championship. I thought this was going to be a very not close game at all, but it happened to be very close. 28-24 was the final score. Falcons were up 17 to nothing at the end of the first half, and they lost 28-24. That means that in the second half, the San Francisco 49ers went. I mean, the score was in that entire second half was 28. Listen, are you ready? Are you ready? 28-7 in the second half. Mm, 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 mm. Falcons, Falcons, Falcons. That was awful. They blew a 17-point lead this week, 20-point lead last week. 49ers were able to win this game. I'm surprised at how hard it was for them. But they got the W and they're headed to the Super Bowl in Nowlands. Now, to the thing that made me jump up and run across my entire house, being real happy about it. My Ravens are going to the Super Bowl. Woo! That's what I said. I said, woo! I didn't do too loud because there people were in the house, and then I would wake them up if I yelled really loud and kept yelling. Anyway, so my Ravens are headed to the Super Bowl. This is on the AFC side of things. The Ravens and the Patriots squared off in New England, which was a rematch of the 2011-12, 2011-2012, which was really the 2012 AFC Championship. And where the Ravens lost 23-20 last year, just couldn't do it with a drop pass by Lee Evans, and then the wide left 38-yard field goal missed by Billy Cundiff. But that's okay, because this year we're headed to the Super Bowl after we were down 13-7 at the end of the first half. Get this, Tom Brady, under Bill Belichick, the Patriots are 72-1 at home when they're leading at halftime. That's under Bill Belichick. With Tom Brady, they're 67-0 at home when leading at halftime. The Ravens shut the Patriots out 21-0 in the second half, giving them the W 28-13. 28-13. And the Patriots were 8.5-point favorites, previously 9.5-point favorites against the Ravens. And, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Boys are going to the Super Bowl. That's really all that matters to me right now. I got 2 weeks where I can just say we're in the Super Bowl. Right now, the San Francisco 49ers are 4.5-point favorites against the Baltimore Ravens in the Super Bowl. But we'll just have to see what happens. Super Bowl 47 is February 3rd on CBS, I think starting at like 6:30, something like that, in New Orleans, Louisiana. Didn't know what state it was in. In the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, which is the New Orleans Saints Stadium. It's going to be a good game. We'll preview that on the Spreecast on most likely Wednesday if we're all able to do it. I'm excited for this game. My Ravens going to the Super Bowl, man, and it feels good. For the second time in my life, of course, I was 3 last time when I won the Super Bowl in 2000, but that's what's up. Alright, so I cut this video short. That was it. Just wanted to give a little review. But real quick, after all this, I'm going to give my players of the game for both sides. The NFC side. You know, I will pick Julio Jones, but you can't pick a player of the game if the team didn't win because they suck so bad. But I would pick an unlikely player of the game. Some might pick Crabtree or Kaepernick. But I'm going to pick the player of the game as Mr. Frank Gore. Pretty sure he ran for 2 touchdowns. You can check me on that. But I think it was 2 touchdowns. The dude played amazingly. He's been kind of slowing down the past couple weeks, but he did fine in the second half against Atlanta. And on the AFC side, I'm going to give the player of the game to Mr. Joe Flacco, the guy who people say is not elite, is not even a good quarterback. The dude outplayed Tom Brady. He had somewhere around 240 yards, I think, and 3 touchdowns against the Patriots in the second half. First half, the only touchdown was a Ray Rice rushing touchdown. But anyway, so Joe Flacco is my player of the game, the MVP of the AFC Championship, and Frank Gore is the MVP of the NFC Championship. So there we have it. There you go, Sports Light. February 3rd, watch my Ravens play in the Super Bowl against the San Francisco 49ers. It's going to be a good game. Alright, I'm Magic. Thank you. Signing off. Love you, Sports Light.
Sports Light.